Oh, what was I just talking about? I didn't finish my thought. Crap.
I actually forget as well.
That's
Video
fine.
games, I think something video game related.
Oh, I was talking about the Space Invaders.
Oh, the little red symbol.
All I was gonna say is that I just don't really care for Space Invaders in terms of like those classic like old games. I don't know. I don't think it's that fun. I actually came around though on Asteroids. I used to not really like Asteroids. I think that's pretty fun.
I respect the games for what they are, but I definitely can't see myself.
They're very basic. They're very basic.
But at the time, that's all you had, so that's why they were so amazing and revolutionary.
About I think it was in 2018. Me and my girlfriend took a trip to Asbury Park, New Jersey, and there's a really cool pinball museum there called the Silver Ball Arcade or Silver Ball Museum, and they have a bunch of pinball machines from all the eras. Like they have pinball machines that were made in like the 50s to like modern pinball machines with like LCD screens in the backboard and on the actual playing board. Oh wow, this is really cool. Whoa, yeah.
Whoa.
Look at Sonic Turtle. Actually, no.
This guy Arachnus actually is in the original Metroid 2. He's the only mini boss in the game besides the Metroids. And I do like how they did make him like an official mini boss.
He does actually remind me like a kaiju. Like I could see Ultraman or Godzilla like fighting this dude.
Yeah, or like a Power Rangers enemy. That when he like talks to the Power Rangers, I'm gonna get you, Power Rangers.
But yeah, what I was gonna say is at that Silver Ball Art Museum, they also had like just a bunch of retro arcade games, and they had a really cool vector graphics Asteroids. And I don't know if anyone's experienced vector graphics for like arcade cabinets, but they actually look really cool. Like the lights on the screen are actually like different compared to just like a monitor on an arcade cabinet. It's very, you need to really see it to like understand what it looks like, but it's very cool. Yeah, it almost looks like all the lights are individual lights on the screen, but it's just how the screen looks. So like all the little asteroids flying around and your ship that you control. It was just an asteroids cabinet, but it's really well done and really cool. I do really miss that place. Obviously, I don't think they're open right now because of the pandemic.
I cry every time.
It's super cool. I definitely recommend everyone check it out, you know, once the world is back to normal. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even realize you could knock him into the like wall and he actually takes damage.
It's actually the only way to hurt him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I just wasn't paying attention at all.
It's alright. You're busy talking about, you know, the arcade place in the asteroid, so I understand. I understand, Corey. I don't blame you.
I love how that upgrade is the spring ball, and it just literally looks like someone put a tennis ball on a big spring.
Yeah, or like a couple like solo cups or something. But yeah, the spring ball lets me jump in morph ball mode, which is not.
That's very useful.
Yeah, it actually is. That way, so now whenever instead of me trying to do like my little bomb jumps and doing the spider ball, now I can just do something like this. You know, so it's much easier. So, all right, guys. Well, let's check our map. We actually did get everything in the Hydro Station, I believe. Again, I'll have to comb the area when we do our cleanup, but looks like we can finally go to the left and get the rest of the Metroids. We still have 3 left to go. Die. So.
I hate how like those flower enemies, like their petals have like teeth in there.
Yeah.
It's like disturbing.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Even in Super Metroid, there actually is like there's plant life that has like teeth, and yeah, that always scared me like in video games or movies. Just like in Jumanji, the big Venus flytrap monster.
Oh,
like, that as a kid,
yeah,
that terrified me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. No, thank you. Ah, you little jerk. Can I do this? There we go.
You could do it, Samus, I believe. There you go.
I got it. Finally.
Why little beetle rhinos?
Yeah, this is actually, I think, one of the areas where it's like it's good to have the where I can just
Wah, 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 wah.
There we go. Jesus, come on. I promise you, folks, I'm not that bad at this game. I'm only a little bit bad at this game.
Those guys look like something I'd want to find in Animal Crossing. They probably sell for a decent amount of bells.
Wait, I forget. Is there anything up here? It's been so long.
Speaking of that, come on, Nintendo. We're just about to get Mario items in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Where's the Zelda items? Where's the Metroid items?
Yeah, in honor of their anniversaries, I think it'd be perfect.
Yep. That did remind me that I did also see, I forgot that Mario Day is coming up, March 10th.
Oh yeah, Metroid. I just heard about that. Someone said like they have Mario Day milk. Because it's like the expiration date was March 10th and it says Mario on it. And they were charging like a whole bunch of money for it.
I thought it was literally like red milk or something. And I was like, what the hell does that taste like? Is it like strawberry milk or something?
That'd be interesting. This music here is really eerie.
I forget if I talked about this on a podcast or another Let's Play, but a few weeks ago at my local grocery store, they have like a bunch of like odd flavored milks. Like, you know how you can commonly get chocolate milk?
Like banana milk? I've seen that before.
Yeah. Well, they have chocolate milk. They have strawberry milk, which isn't that weird. They also have blueberry milk, which is really...
That's different. I've never had that before.
Yeah, that was odd. I've had it. It wasn't that good. They have like an orange cream milk, which I just think sounds kind of gross in my opinion.
Like sherbet milk or I don't know.
Maybe, or like a creamsicle. But then the one that interests me, and I actually got recently, was they had vanilla milk.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, and basically the best way I can describe it is if you think of chocolate milk, it's almost kind of like drinking just like melted chocolate ice cream. Well, vanilla milk was essentially just like drinking melted vanilla ice cream, and it was, yeah, very delicious.
Well, it sounds delicious. I want some right now. All this talk about Metroids and milk is making me hungry. Little fun fact, if you can tell, this sinister music is actually the Hydro Station music, but it's like remixed to sound like it's like, you know, creepy. Good thing I have the high jump, or I could never get around here.
I was gonna say, this is like one of those like programmed like levels that are like impossible. Like if you miss a jump, you die.
Yeah.
Almost like those really hard like platformer games, like Super Meat Boy or I Want to Be the Boji.
Luckily here it's just, oh no, I fall in the green vines. I take some health. Actually, it's not a bad idea just to attack these guys from the vines.
I was gonna say, those vines do like nothing.
Yeah, they really don't do that much damage. Actually, the Varrior suit reduced the amount of damage I took. So again, if you were in here without the Varrior suit, because it's not mandatory at all, like you could go here a little, you know, sooner, but then you just wouldn't have as much protection. So again,
thinking about it, it is odd that those vines do hurt Samus, because you would just assume her armor, she just like crush them as she like stomps.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, technically, the sink can be said for anything. Like, you think, oh man, like her armor stinks, because technically, you're still being hurt by something, you know. But yeah,
true.
I don't know. Video game logic. When is
Samus and the Master Chef gonna have a baby? Oh yeah, he does got feet.
Master Chef. The Master Chef.
When they gonna put Master Chef in Smash Brothers?
Yeah, you know, what's his name? Gordon Ramsay, the Master Chef. Him and Samus are in love. Gordon Ramsay.
All right.
Smash.
All right. Listen here, you muppet.
There we go. What are you? I'm an idiot sandwich.
Now, I'm getting interested, man. Seeing these like, what are they called? The Alpha Metroids, like evolve. I'm curious what the final form is gonna be.
Oh, you'll see.
It's literally the anime. You haven't even seen my final form. Oh!
Oh my god, it's Frieza! He's turning into a second form.
Oh! Oh! Man, I do not like that. Oh, and it shoots lightning. Of course it does.
I was gonna make a comment earlier when you mentioned the Thunderstone. It's like, yeah, Corey, look, he did get the Thunderstone. He evolved into his Jolteon version. But yeah, Gamma Metroids are the next stage in their evolution. These guys are,
You know what this thing reminds me of?
A spider.
Yeah, but I was gonna say in StarCraft, the Zerg enemies, I forget what they're called, but they're the ones that you
Overlords.
Yep.
The ones that give you, like, the supplies or whatever it was called. Yeah, you're right. They do look like Overlords. Oh my goodness. I'll put a picture for the fans to see what we're talking about if they're not StarCraft fans.
That would actually be a. I know this is like inside baseball talk, but that'd be a fun game to like actually let's play, like just
man.
Brood War, like the single player. I've actually never played through the single player of StarCraft.
I enjoyed the single player of StarCraft. Obviously, multiplayer is where it's at. Come on, you jerk.
Brood War is so good.
It was very good. Yeah. You know, just adding the just going along with the story and adding more enemies. Oh my gosh, like the lurkers were like my favorite unit from that game. How they they can attack on the ground. Come on, get up here.
For those of you who know me, you would think in like high school that
all my missiles. Oh no, I didn't realize I'm out of missiles. Oh man,
can you even damage that thing now?
I actually can't. I did not realize I was out of missiles. That's
can you leave the area? Or
yeah, I can. It's just annoying. I actually never had that happen before. Crap. I didn't. Ow.
Now you gotta go farm.
No, luckily the recharge stations or the save stations act as recharge stations.
Yeah.
I actually didn't realize I was.
That's crazy.
Low. Yeah.
You're probably just getting distracted from our conversations.
Possible, but still,
it's all good.
I've never had that really happen before. I'm a little shocked. Anyway, there we go.
I was gonna say though, you would think people who know me that when I was in high school, after class I'd probably be like playing a bunch of Smash with my friends in school or something like that. But we actually had an RTS club while I was in high school, and for like our last like half hour of the day, it was either like a study hall or you would go to like the different club you're in. And yeah, it was an RTS club, and we all would play Brood War, and it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Like we locally, you know, play it like on a LAN.
That's actually pretty neat.
Yeah. Who needs Fortnite or any of that dumb stuff? Brood War, that's where it's at.
Yeah, man.
Also, I'm horrible at StarCraft, but I love it.
Ultimately, I'm pretty bad at it too. It's just fun playing it. Like, I try playing with friends online, or even just playing online in general, and I always got my butt handed to me. I can't get.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
I'm very bad at like the micromanage elements.
Yeah, I'm too slow. I just can't do it. You know.
Also, I think I talked about this, but like, it's amazing that they put that game on the N64. That is not how I would personally want to play an RTS, but I give them props. I would like to own that game in my collection one day.
I do own the game, and it is very difficult to play because it's just so. The word is not lag. It just has such a slow frame rate, and the game's just slow.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, I feel like that game would not run well on an N64.
Yeah, it is impressive that it works. Like, and you can play it. It's just that it's very. I guess it's good for beginners. You know, it's very good for beginners.
That game was actually one of the first games that Blizzard kind of went back to do the remaster work. Like, they've been doing that a lot now. They did Warcraft 3, which I unfortunately heard wasn't that great, and now they're doing Diablo 2, which I know people are excited for. People love Diablo 2.
Yeah. All right.
I would honestly like to see Nintendo do more of that stuff, and they have been doing that, like with the
Switch has been doing that, like getting like certain things.
Link's Awakening remake, and then I'm even thinking of like the what's this game, Metroid 2, like the one on the 3DS.
Oh, I would love them to do a Samus Returns port. Oh my gosh.
I would even love to see, like, if they would just put those 3DS versions of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on the Switch, because I really would love to play those. I've never actually played through Ocarina of Time. I've never even touched Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask is on my to-do list. I really want to play that game. I've just heard like all the praise of that game, and I just really want to. Oh, wait, I've been here already.
I feel like Majora's Mask is kind of almost in the Skyward Sword area. I'm not gonna say people think it's like really bad. I just think it's like a mixed bag. Like, I think some people, or it's not for them, but then a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's like my favorite Zelda game because it's so different."
I heard it's like creepy. Ocarina of Time has moments of being creepy, like with the sculptures and everything. But they say like Majora's Mask is just is such a dark, has such a dark tone, and that's why also a lot of people are excited for the new Breath of the Wild, because they're teasing that it's going to be. There's one up here. They're teasing it's going to be dark like Majora's Mask, so that's pretty exciting.
I could see that. Yeah, especially with like Ganon coming back, and if he's like, I feel like they could make him like be almost like a zombie or something, which could be really cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but it's definitely exciting stuff to think about.
Man, it really is taking them like almost as much time as it took them to make the first Breath of the Wild, because it took them so long to just reveal like what the game looks like and what the gameplay was. So it does make me though really excited whenever we get to see our first Breath of the Wild 2 like gameplay and what the world looks like.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be the same quality as the first Breath of the Wild, and they know that.
I have a feeling it might just be like it will like legit be Breath of the Wild 2. Like I think they're gonna use like the same engine. I mean, I'm hoping they make some improvements just to make the game look nicer because why not? But I'm pretty sure it'll be the exact same quality as the original. They don't.
I'm curious to know what the overworld situation is going to be like.
Yeah.
Some people are saying how there's going to be like an underground area now. Some people saying there's going to be like more larger scale boss fights. People are speculating that they were kind of using that Super Mario World Bowser's Fury as like a way to demo like giant bosses.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't know if that's true. It's just speculation. But yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah,
as many people are.
And I'll be the first to say that Breath of the Wild is not perfect. It definitely has some flaws, and I think.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's what this is. This is what sequels are for. You take the best aspects of the original, and then you patch up the holes that were in that game.
I think they're definitely going to do something with item breaking mechanic in Breath of the Wild 2. I think they're definitely going to improve the dungeons, because those like divine beasts or whatever they were called, they weren't that good. They could have been better.
I think the divine beasts in concept were cool, but yeah, the dungeons themselves are not too impressive.
And like the boss fight and all of them it was all kind of samey. Like they weren't that varied.
Yeah, they were cool, and I remember they were exciting to get to, but yeah, they were like after I beat them, I'm like, oh, that wasn't the best boss fight ever.
Yeah. And I almost think it'd be really cool if they almost just made the weapon system more like a traditional RPG. So maybe they just put one of every weapon on the map somewhere, and then maybe you can just upgrade them and they don't break, or if they break, you can repair them rather than you're just constantly getting a bunch of weapons and shields and stuff like that.
I was okay with the weapon breaking thing. I was more upset with like you can't craft weapons. You had to find them everywhere.
Oh, that's a great idea. I could totally see that in the next Breath of the Wild, because crafting is huge in RPGs now.
Yeah. Should we?
I mean, they had cooking and upgrades.
Yeah, and that was like I guess what they thought of crafting, but it's like why wouldn't you actually be able to craft armor and shields like most traditional like RPGs? But I get it. It's a Zelda game, so crafting it's not going to be the exact same thing. But I don't know. All right, guys, we actually just got through 2 areas in pretty good time, so. I think that this would be a good time to call it a break. Corey, I really hope that you're enjoying AM2R, and we're actually going to be getting into an area right past here. So we'll save that for the next video. So everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I guess we will see you then. So take it easy.
See you guys.